Hello everybody, what's up? Voodoo 51292 here. I'm just basically chilling out, relaxing on my bed after what has been a really hard, stressful, difficult week. I know that this is the first time that I have seen you guys from a Voodoo-Logs in a really long time. It was supposed to be a daily vlog series, and that didn't necessarily work out. I've been very busy and very caught up in my life outside of this YouTube thing. And, finally just feeling like I wanted to make another one of these videos and finally getting a chance to breathe. So this week, what made it so crazy was that I had more or less 5 different exams in 4 days. It started on Monday at 10:45 a.m. I had a biostatistics exam. Tuesday at 8 a.m. I had a anatomy and physiology exam. Wednesday I was off in terms of exams. I had still a class though, of course. Thursday at 8 a.m. I had a biochemistry exam. And then today I went in during one of the testing windows, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. today, and took 2 different quizzes. One was a 50-question quiz on dealing with medical terminology, being able to look at different medical terms and based on their, based on the words and the prefixes and the suffixes, be able to tell what they meant. So, like, gastroenteritis, which is inflammation of the intestines and the stomach. You know that because gastro means stomach, entero means intestines, and then the suffix itis means inflammation. So it was 50 questions looking at that and answering various questions based on that. And then immediately after that, I took another quiz that was based off of 60 different drugs, knowing the generic name of that drug, all of the United States brand names. Some of them only had 1, some of them had, I kid you not, up to 8 different brand names, as well as knowing all of the drug classifications of these drugs. So whether or not they were antidepressants versus anti-diabetics versus heartburn relief, and not only knowing that, but okay, it's an antidepressant, but is it a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor versus a selective dopamine reuptake inhibitor, or a serotonin slash norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. So we had to know all these things. Some of that was multiple choice, some of that was actually fill in the blank with spelling counting. So that's been my week, and I'm happy to say and happy to report that I've gotten through this week, to my knowledge, making A's on every single one of those 5 examinations. There's one that I don't have the official grade report for, but I'm pretty sure I made a 90, which is the lowest A you can make, but it's an A. Biostatistics, I got a 95. A&P, anatomy and physiology, I got a 95 after some bonus points and him giving a question back. Biochemistry is the one that I don't have the official report for, but I'm pretty sure that's the one I got a 90 on. Then I got a 49 out of 50 on my medical terminology quiz, and a 40 out of 50 out of my drug quiz, which would be a 90, but I think I might get a few points back because since it was a computerized exam, and some of the fill in the blanks, if you don't type it in exactly as it's written in the database, then the computer will mark it wrong, but it doesn't mean you got it wrong. So our teachers going back and looking at those exams, and if anybody got one of the fill in the blanks correct, but the computer marked it wrong for whatever reason, we're getting points back for. So I might get a few points back on that. But even if I don't get any points back, I still made an A on that. So this week really tested my resolve and tested just how much knowledge I can shove into my brain at one time. And I'm happy to say that as tough as this week was, I just continued to prove to myself, more or less, that I belong here, that I'm capable of handling it, and no matter what they throw at me, I'm able to handle it. And this week, no kidding, looking at my schedule, is probably the second hardest week of the whole semester already. because of how many exams were in this 1 week. We have exams almost every week, but it's only 1 or 2 exams per week, nothing like this week. And really the next week that's going to be as crammed with tests as this week is going to be finals. So it's great to know that if I can handle this week, then I should be able to handle everything up until finals. Finals is a whole different beast, but I just continue to prove to myself that I'm capable of handling it. And even when it seems really difficult and really hard, I can step up to the challenge academically, and I'm able to look that in the face and do it. I know that I made an A on A&P. A lot of my friends over at school actually failed that exam. It wasn't just a matter of they didn't do well; they actually failed the exam. I only know of one other girl that's sort of part of our friend group that made an A as well. So I'm really happy with that. I did really well. Again, it's never a competition between your friends. It's only a matter of your personal best. And my personal best was pretty good this week. So I'm very happy with it, very encouraged. Today was a great day because it was the end of this week, and my girlfriend and I made 7 years together yesterday on the 18th of September. We've been together 7 years now, since '07. You guys might have seen the picture I posted on Twitter yesterday showing a little picture that she made, one picture of us about a month after we met. So it's from '07, and then a picture that was taken just a couple weeks ago after my white coat ceremony. And you can see just how much we've grown up since the time that we first started dating. So she came into town, and we went to a nice lunch in the warehouse district of New Orleans today. We went to a sushi place, and then from there we went over to the Italian restaurant that she works at occasionally when she's got some free time. We got some dessert, and then we just went back to her house and just hung out for a little bit and played with the rabbit, and it was really nice to see her after this week and kind of cool down. Unfortunately, she couldn't stay. She had to go back to Baton Rouge tonight because she is going to the football game tomorrow, and she's got some friends that are meeting her up there. So I only got to see her today, and that's it for another week. But next weekend I'll be back in Baton Rouge. And it'll be the same kind of weekend that I had a couple weeks back when I went up there, and it was a fantastic weekend where we just hung out all weekend. I got to see all my friends, and I'm really looking forward to going back up there. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, couple exams coming up this week, but it's nothing like this past week was. So, I'm going to be relaxing this weekend. Probably playing a little bit more Destiny with Brandon when I get in touch with him, and we can plan that. Maybe beat the game this weekend. If not, then certainly sometime next week. And I'm still alive, guys, and like I said, I'm really encouraged because this was my first real test in professional school, and man, it was a big test. So here you go, right out the gate, 5 different examinations in 5 days. Getting up super early, and here we go. It's time to see what you've got real early on, and I'm happy to report that I got through it with flying colors and have my head above water and prove to myself, like I said, that I belong here, that this isn't too big of a stage for me, and it's really encouraging, to see your work pay off, and to it's always nice to get reassurance that you're capable of handling it, and that you're not in over your head, and this is where you belong. So feeling really good tonight, and I get to go to bed tonight knowing that I do not have to wake up at a specific time tomorrow. And let me tell you, that is the best feeling in the world. That's something that you really take for granted during the summertime when you're just hanging out, not doing anything. Because every night it's like, hey, I just go to bed whenever I want, wake up whenever I want. But let me say that when you're in the middle of school, hardcore, or in the middle of a work week or whatever, there is no better feeling in the world than being realizing, hey, I can go to sleep tonight and I don't have to wake up until I want to tomorrow. I just get to... Sorry, I got distracted. I keep glancing over at the TV. Sports Center's on, and this baseball player like got pissed, I guess, and he went into the dugout and just started like wailing on this bucket full of water. I don't know. It was really distracting. I'm sorry, I just started punching the shit out of it. Baseball players are hilarious to me. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Long voodoo logs, but I haven't done one in like 2 weeks, so I kind of wanted to explain what's been going on, what kind of week I had, and this is the first time you're hearing from me this week since the weekly ritual where I told you it was going to be a hard week, and it was, but I did it, and I'm still floating head above water, and I got a really nice start. The only class I didn't get a good start on was Anatomy and Physiology Lab, where we had a quiz a couple of weeks ago, and I did wind up failing that quiz, but not because I'm just not smart enough, but it was because I mainly studied the wrong information. The instructor made it seem all through class that the emphasis on the quiz was on this one specific part of it, which is what I spent most of my time studying, and then come quiz time, it turns out that half the quiz is on this section that was never really discussed in class, and I barely even looked at, because I didn't think really it was going to even be on the quiz, and apparently half the quiz was. And so I wound up not doing too well on that quiz, but it's okay. It was just a quiz. I think it was only like 5% of my grade, and you know, I didn't fail it horribly. I got like a 60, so it's a fail, but it's not like a 20. So I have an exam in that course on Tuesday of this upcoming week that's worth a lot more points, and now that I know what I need to study for this exam, I can make sure I do real well on that exam and get that grade back up to where I want it. So, but every other class I've gotten off to a really strong start. There's still a couple classes I haven't been tested on yet. Yeah, I know. I've got like 8 or 9 different courses. You might be saying to yourself, how did you get tested on lab and 5 other things this week and still have classes out there you haven't been tested on? It's because I have a lot. But, you know, the classes I've been tested on other than lab, I've gotten off to a great start. And that's awesome. So, all right, I've been rambling a lot, and I'm getting pretty sleepy. It's like 10:45 at night, and I feel like an old man. It's 10:45 on a Friday night, and I'm almost ready to pass out. But I guess that's what happens when you become an adult, and you know, you just start getting old. You start going to bed early. But anyway, that's the deal, guys. So thanks for watching. Like I said, there should be some Destiny footage up this weekend, and you know, I can kind of get back to normal living because the weeks start to get a lot easier from here. So, all right. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'm Voodoo. Have a nice weekend, everybody, and I hope to see you guys real soon. Bye for now.